Hello, good morning. For today's topic, I'm going to go over the topic is when you call the narcissist out on there. So when you decide to call them out, this is basically when you have, quote unquote, have got the wisdom to know what it is that they're doing, and you realize that it was all a lie. You know what I mean? When you come to the realization of of everything, the realities. Okay, so it's when a reaction sometimes is you call them out, like you're out of, quote unquote, you're a little bit frustrated, angry a little bit, when you realize, okay, that's what this is going on all this time. And then you go and you just kind of confront them in a sense, like, I know, you know what I mean? I don't know, like, you can confront them in a multitude of ways, but you kind of just confront them, let them know, like, hey, you know, I know what's going on. It's a lie. I mean, you know what I mean? You kind of speak truth, quote unquote, into what it is. Like, well, sometimes doing that is not a good idea. I can say just from listening to people, because what can happen in them could be a lot of anger, and it can lead to what's called the narcissistic rage, and that's not what you want to witness at all. It could just be the unraveling of the what do you call it, the mask, that they have carried on in the relationship, which could reveal their true self, you know what I mean? Because you know now, and you can see the person for who they truly are now. And for some reason, even if you don't really confront them, for some reason they can pick up on it, that you know now. You know what I mean? You figured it out or something. You know that it's all fake, it's a game, blah, 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 So if you do witness this reaction to you confronting them, my advice is to keep it cool. Keep it cool. You don't want to make it escalate any more than what it's already become at this point. You're just going to have to keep it mellow. You know what I mean? Don't show a lot of emotion. You're just going to have to keep it straight and to the point. Don't argue. Just, yeah, sure, I'll do that. Whatever you can to keep it from escalating, okay? Because you don't want to die or something. You don't want to be in harm's way. But a lot of this times it just hits you, like it just comes, and you're like, whoa, what's happening? So not a lot of people can know about all this, and so at this point, I would say the Lord can handle this, because obviously it's something that is of a higher power, that the Lord can handle that situation. But for your part, just keep it cool, like mellow, sit down, even if they're doing all these different things and blowing up, and it's something that they have within themselves. You can't really control them, but you can control your own self, So we have the ability to, we have emotions and everything like that. And so it's very unnatural not to really react as well with them, but that's the thing, is just know that when you finally realize what's going on, and you know, out of anger or whatever, you're just like, oh, da 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 da, get ready for that. You know what I mean? Or start planning some way to get out of this relationship. Maybe call the hotlines or whatever, and just call and talk to somebody at least and see. You know what I mean? But just keep it. You're gonna have to just keep it cool. In all honesty, you know, because a lot of people, they don't realize all of this happens until it just boom after some years, and you're like, whoa, you're caught off guard and everything. So, but here's a couple of scriptures here, that you could refer to, which is Proverbs 22, line 24, which says, "Do not make friends with a hot-tempered person. Do not associate with one easily angered." So that deals with the rage. And also this one, which is Psalm 34, line 17, which is when you're praying to the Lord, it says here, "The righteous cry out, and the Lord hears them. He delivers them from all their troubles." So when you pray to the Lord and all that, and you don't know what to do at this point, it's okay to kind of silently pray or whatever. Now, if you're in the situation, you kind of panic a little bit when this happens, but just get to a safe spot. My advice is to get to a safe spot and cry out to the Lord. And everyone's situation is different, so I can't really say how it would happen. But he's not gonna just leave you hanging or leave you for danger. He will find a way to get you out of that situation. Okay, if you feel like you have no way out. Okay, so he hears your cry. He hears your cry. I've heard many stories where they've had to do that, and they were gotten out of their situation safely. Okay, so do that. Again, you know, there are other things. There's hotlines and stuff like that. So I'm just saying this is one of the things that you could do. You know, so refer to Psalm 34, line 17. Okay. Alrighty. Hopefully you found some of that helpful. You guys have a blessed day. Bye-bye.